Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 7 of season 1 of Devil May Cry. This is the penultimate episode of the season. And last episode, we got Lady's backstory as well as Rabbit's in a very beautiful, artistic, and heavy way. That all said, let's get ready to hop in. If you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you're a member of the channel, get you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up with the time codes for actually the entire episode. Over there, get the same thing for all the other shows and movies we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote what movies to react to each month. It's just a great way to support the channel, helps do the things we do over here. But at the end of the day, really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. Please, if you like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps these videos out. But that all sent out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 7, At the Gates of Paradise. Here we go.
As meeting places go, this spot suits you. You may try to hide it, but you've got as much of a flair for the dramatic as I do.
Oh.
Your information was right. Dante is the son of Sparta. His necklace fit very nicely with the one you gave me.
Well, there we go.
All I need now is the final piece. The blood of Sparta's other son. You never know what will turn up in this realm.
It takes both brothers to destroy the barrier.
There's only one way you could have gotten the amulet piece and this blood.
Oh? Do tell. He's like, fuck you. That's Squint.
Prepare yourselves! Dante is coming.
Let's go. Oh, shit. That was not called for.
Fucking window.
And a dashing act of heroics has saved you from certain death. That part seems important.
I agree.
Jack off session. I would have got out on my.
Would you have? Yeah, about that.
Lady.
I know. They're gone. Not just my people. His too. He'll stack as many corpses as he needs to prop the door to hell open.
Yeah, he's willing to sacrifice anyone and everyone for his greater good. Oh, what's in that?
Where are you going?
To stop the rabbit and beat little pellets of shit down his leg.
No. He told me to come along.
And you're actually gonna listen to him?
For today, the idea of having anything in common with a demon. It was their kind who, but Sparta, he was different. I thought it meant the demon side of me would be different too. Turning demon showed me what my power really is. Forced me to feel the rage and hatred that feeds it. He must have felt the same thing, but he found a way to fight it, to turn his power back against the darkness it came from. I have to be the one who stops him.
Yeah, fuck that.
Oh! What the fuck?
I mean, seriously? Your blood is the exact fucking thing the rabbit needs to jumpstart his apocalypse, you demonic dumbass.
That's
and
true.
This isn't about your dad. It's about whatever fucked up vendetta the rabbit has against Darkcom, which means it's my fight.
Ah, well that makes me feel way better!
I'm going in myself.
Good luck. But she's not too far off by keeping him away, because that is bringing exactly what Rabbit needs right to him.
You need a ride? Because I definitely need you to ride this dick.
Out of the car! Now!
The traitor spawn is almost here. Remember, you just have to land one blow.
Could have viled some up when you had him. Well, he needed him to devil trigger, or his blood wouldn't be ready yet. So never mind. I was about to say he could have got it while he was unconscious, but they haven't been able to make him bleed since then.
Blood strike!
Oh my god. This poor dude. But hey, that's badass. Let's go.
Who'd you expect? some dickhead in a musty leather trench coat? I'm here to negotiate.
With what exactly?
Dante's life. I press this button, and the most irritating member of both our species will turn to a fucking cinder.
How do you fit those balls in that skin-tight uniform?
Laugh your fucking cotton puff tail off. But if Dante burns, his blood is gone forever. You should take the deal to keep the hope for the cause alive. Unless you have another agenda they should know about.
Oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, can't let that get out.
A pleasure.
It's more personal than altruistic, isn't it?
Something?
It's a little bit of both.
Don't tell me you've grown fond of the half-breed.
Not fucking likely.
Oh, it was a bluff.
Kill her.
Yes! Fucking finally! Yes! Let's go! Oh, whoa, what the hell? What was that glow? Oh, poison?
A formula I developed based on the Echidna's natural
Yup.
toxin.
Lovely.
It'll kill you, only paralyze you for a while. All of my warrior's blades are doused with it. It'll give us plenty of time
Rude.
to extract Dante's blood from him. I do regret that you won't be getting what you deserve, since you feel no pain as you die. Oh well.
Wait, how did he get out?
Yeah. And I've got some bad news. You didn't get that callback for the Chuck E. Cheese band auditions.
Dante, you made it. Before we start, let me at least show you what you're fighting for.
Is that?
Your father's homeland, where Mundus, the king who had your family murdered, still rules. Fitting fate's dark humor, it was Mundus who gained the most from Sparta's wall. It has allowed him to bleed dry, captive, terrorized populace, while she and the rest of her Darkcom barbarians ensure paradise stays sealed off for their own kind. They and Mundus are two sides of the same bloodstained coin.
Sorry, but paradise? You call this world paradise?
Compared to my world, yes. Come with me and see for yourself. Centuries worth of devastation brought by tyrants who make sapient stories of the devil seem quaint. Look and see your father's wall for what it is. An artificial construct raised by a man with immense power to do what all such constructs are designed to do. Powerless in that place.
It was likely good intentioned.
The only true answer is to let all Makaians cross over.
If every demon can cross into this world, humans won't stand a chance.
But in its wake, the worlds will reach a new, rebalanced equilibrium. What's the sacrifice of a generation or two if it means ending suffering for those who come after? You can right your father's injustice. It takes only a drop of your blood.
My father was a hero.
And how would you know that? All the deep, meaningful moments you had together.
Yeah, like I was saying, he's probably well-intentioned, but probably didn't consider the consequences of it.
I'm gonna have to go with the not murdering all of humanity side on this one.
Then I guess we'll have to get your blood out the traditional way.
Yeah, can we not compromise here? Why does he want to let the nasty ones over? Like, I understand, like, what he's trying to say, but, like, come on, dude. I feel like if we let Mundus over, Mundus would just rule both sides and it wouldn't really help anything.
Sparta.
Son of the really ugly guy with the weird thing for bats?
They'll fight better this way.
Oh my god! I mean, Dante does typically kill demons and turn them into weapons, so it fits.
A drop of blood. I just need a drop.
Get your ass in there and do it then. Or send them all at once. Or is that their choice? They're too afraid. Oh, and here might have a little bit more of a chance. He's not used to this atmosphere.
So how come none of you guys get cool Alice in Wonderland themed identities? I bet you'd really fill out a nice Queen of Hearts dress.
Damn, the fact she can still move even while having that toxin in her system, impressive.
But let's focus on the positive. Maybe you will get to feel the cold grip of death take you.
You're so full of shit. I saw your Dark-Com hate shrine. If you were fighting for the oppressed, you wouldn't be holding them prisoner.
I feel every bit of pain that I cause for my people. But how much crueler a fate would they have met at your hands? I adopted the methods I was forced to do by an enemy willing to do worse.
Dark-Com isn't abusing
Wow.
orphans to turn them into brainwashed soldiers.
Really? Is
Well,
that not how you would describe yourself?
Yep.
Why did you think Dark-Com recruited you? Only those who have lost all connection to their world are truly free to fight for a different one. It is no coincidence that our whole little unholy trinity had our families taken from us. Dante, you, and I. I am your masterpiece, Lieutenant Dark.
It's impossible. You survived.
Wow, let's go. He's holding his breath.
In our world. You and your team left me crippled, barely able to keep myself alive. Now I require a constant transfusion of this cocktail of demon blood to buy myself the time I need to destroy every piece of architecture of injustice that killed my family.
You were trying to help demons that night, but now I should have known you were human from the start. Your brand of pure psychotic ruthlessness, that's all humanity.
On that, we agree.
He's like, you're right. No qualms there. Oh, here it comes.
How does this thing work? You just...
Oh, wait. Is he gonna... Oh! Oh, shit. That was so good. Wow.
Oh, that was crazy! Too bad your eyes weren't here to see it.
One way or another. You are going to bleed.
Tell me, do you bleed? Yo.
You were never
never a demon at all. Just a man wearing a screwed up bunny mask to hide an even more screwed up human face that has a bunch of weird tubes sticking out of it. To be fair, I can see why no one considered that.
I gave you the chance to end this. I want you to remember that. When what will happen next happens, that you could have stopped it.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what are you talking about, bud?
I guess you got your mom's necklace back after all.
Yeah.
Is he talking about Darkom? Whatever Darkom's gonna do next.
Hey, your buddy Enzo brought the cavalry for ya!
All right, whatever he... that guy was probably his fallback plan. Whatever he was told to do.
First strike in the Holy War, the first of many to come.
Lovely. Damn, dude. We got to have a lady with her rocket launcher for a hot minute as she was popping off against these demons for a little while. I love seeing them all come to a head, specifically her and Rabbit after all of this, and especially after us getting that episode with their backstory and everything there. And then also getting to put this in front of Dante, as he's heard all these stories, what he's been told by his mother, whatever the legends say of the great knight Sparta that fought for humanity and blah, 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 all these things. But it discounts all the people that suffered on the other side, the demons on the other side that suffered as a result, as Mundus just got to as that power got to bottle up on one side. And again, as we have all of our technology, our weapons and all these kind of things, I do, and it's kind of turned into this, like he's using this front and this mission to kind of also exact his revenge. Like, yes, he's trying to get his people here, get into at least perceptibly a better world. Even Dante was like, better? It's hardly a paradise. And he's like, compared to our world, it is. And then to have Dante see it for himself, not even be able to breathe the air himself. And knowing that there's people on the other side of that front that just simply want to live, want to come breathe clean air and whatnot, all that. And like he was saying, like, we can't let everybody through, like including all of the people like Mundus, his generals, the overlords and stuff like that. They would just rip through all of humanity. It would just be a bloodbath, a genocide, an entire people wiped away. Rabbit tried to be like, well, after some time, sure, there's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be all these things. The worlds try to coexist. It will be a bloodbath at first, but as nature does, it will balance out itself in the end. I don't know if I would wholly agree with that. As we've seen, demon kind have a much larger understanding of the way the world works and a technology that works on a completely different level than our own. And their blood, their abilities, all these things make them a substantial threat to humanity in general. Like, I think it would be a mass extinction if that were to happen. Now, if it was just the people he was talking about, the oppressed, the poor, the weak, and all that kind of stuff, the people that are being preyed upon by the overlords on the other side, I think it would be fine. But if, like letting everybody through could pose a lot of issues, especially at least if just Mundus came through and then everybody and just expanded his empire. I don't think there'd be anything we could do to stop him, really, if he tried. I don't know. There's definitely an argument to be made there. I think it's kind of interesting to see like the way that they're kind of talking about all these things. And then the way that they're also talking about how they all share a very similar thing and they've been kind of fed a very similar narrative, whether it be Dante losing his family, being orphaned by all of that, but then living his life based on the stories that he heard, and then him being orphaned and then taking up his cause, and then Darkom taking in these orphans like her and then turning her into this ideology, into this weapon, and how all of their lives kind of collided here, and that to prove a point in the end, even as she said, like, your vindictiveness, your approach to all of this is very human. It's adopting the cruelties of his enemy to win this war in his own right. And then he's like, but then here, knowing what Darkom's going to do, knowing what they are like, what they are capable of, he's like, I could have made a better world Well, you have to live with the consequences of that. So when he dropped himself into the river to die, I assume he died, knowing that whatever next stage he left in motion with the guy that he's been kind of, stringing along with these threats with his family and all this, the guy on the inside, I can't remember, Anders. We know he got a final message and we don't know what he was told to do, but here he comes with the vice president on the way, and we know what the vice president is capable of. And he's just like, you're going to see what exactly you are going to be stuck with on this front. We also, having the revelation too that he's working with a demon on the other side, whose identity they didn't outright say, but quite clearly alluded to. Again, I'm going to keep that to myself just in case. I really like this. I really love what they turned Rabbit into. Very inconsequential, cool but nothing character from the manga, really, other than the aesthetics of it all. And they turned him into this really interesting character here that I really, really like. And I also like how they used him and paralleled him with, Lady with Dante as this trinity of orphans, as he called it, and the way they kind of set them all in their individual paths with their individual outlooks as they're all kind of learning, one, about the world itself, and then having to learn a little bit about themselves as well along the way. And then again, the combat in this episode, the battle to and from the portal with Dante and that Cavaliere Angelo was great. The way that he defeated him was also pretty sick, cutting off the portal while he was trapped midway through it. Do want to come back to this thing we were talking about demon nature and whatnot, because we got even further clarification on what I was kind of speculating on, like what we could kind of infer from what we saw previously with Dante's transformation. Here, he straight up, he talks about it. He says that when he transformed, he felt that rage and hatred that fueled that power. And he was talking about how his father must have felt the same thing and then overcome that, push through that, whatever. So that does seem like there is some kind of lower level essence that does kind of come through in this way, kind of like what I was talking about before. And maybe, again, talking about the different, power scales of demons, whether it be lesser or the greater demons and whatnot, that could affect them to a greater degree if we're talking about their instinct and these things that they have to kind of willfully press through. It does kind of feel like, because we haven't really dived into it all that much, but it does feel a little contradictory to like the overarching kind of idea that they're talking about in this. And talking about contradictions, going back to what I was saying about Rabbit's whole plan here. Yes, if we let any of them in, we have to let them all in. When he was trying to save the ones that he kind of connected with from the ones that were also terrorizing them there. I don't know if that's just an excuse to like bring them over and wipe out Darkom, which very well could be, because this is all kind of veiled behind that as well. It's kind of a way to do two things at once, because as much as he does want to save his people, he also wants revenge and he wants to eliminate them full stop. But on the flip side of that, he would be dooming humanity if he lets everybody through. And at the end of the day, like I said, I think if he does let everybody through, I think he would just end up just expanding the current demons and powers grip and reach, just adding more territory to their existing land and whatever, their kingdom. Because I don't think humanity would be able to do much against the entire allotment of hell, Mundus and his legions included, and not even like mentioning Argisax for that matter. And I think that's what Lady was trying to say, is that he's so lost in the sauce about his own personal vendetta that he's kind of contradicting himself in his methods and his approach, and even in the end result, because I think it would end up like, while maybe in the short term being better, in the long term, I don't know. This equilibrium he's talking about feels like it would just be more of the same. Humanity, I think, would be wholly wiped out, extinct. And then, like I said, it would just be what it is, just they've got more space. So I don't know. It just feels like he doesn't And that might be the point, is that he's just lost so much of himself in pursuit of all of this, that it's not exactly a clean cut plan. Yet he's also kind of talking down to everybody else about their approaches, their thoughts, their stances, and all this kind of stuff. As much as Dante is standing with humanity, is like, hey, you know, I get it, I understand, I feel for you, I really do, but I also can't let you wipe out humanity. Like, we got to have some kind of middle ground, man. That's kind of all I got for right now. Sound off the comments, let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or become a member of the channel, get you access as well. And speaking of before you go, I want to shout out our channel legends. I'm going to share York, Course God, Robert Algiano, Jeffrey L, Jacob Charles, Eric Official, Casey Wood, Russell Crocker, Watchtower, Domi, and Gregory Toner. Thank you guys so much for continued support. But that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.